Hey, John, what you doing?
Hey, Tim. Hey, our church is doing the sound of music this year, and we are really excited about it. And there's some blueprints we're working on for the sound of music. Hey, you do choir work, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Just got off work.
Well, I tell you, we could really use a lot of help. Could you help us?
Sure, I'd love to.
I'll tell you what, back here we're going to start on the Abbey singing. Then we're going to try to use some stucco right here on the walls.
Okay, I've got an idea.
Hey, Rob, I got our book together. I see you got one too.
Yes, sir. I got last year's program, and I got a picture of last year's cast. It ought to really sell advertising.
Well, that's a lot of help.
We really need some help. This is going to be a costly program.
I know. I hope we get the community to support us.
So we got last year's program, and this is a
Oh,
cast.
that's good.
Really looks good, too.
I'll tell you what.
And we thought we might sell some advertising.
I'll tell you, let's practice right now.
Sure, love to.
I'll be the businessman. I'll be in my office, and you can come in and talk to me.
Okay. Hello, my name is Robert Keister. I'm with the Sound of Music Productions.
Sound of Music, I've heard of that, yeah.
Scott Difford Church of God, Church of Christ Fellowship.
I believe I've heard of that too.
It's Christ Fellowship. And I have an advertisement for the Sound of Music. It'll be there
Advertising.
August 19th through 22nd. This is a program advertising. You know, like to sell your product.
Right.
Do you have some place we can speak that would just be quiet so we wouldn't be disturbed?
How long will this take?
Oh, not too long, 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, I might be able to spare 4 or 5 minutes. Let's come over here in my office. and we
Okay,
can-
thank you, sir. Let me show you. This we have great. It's gonna be good. We feel like it's Maria.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now let's see. What are we gonna need anyway?
Let's see, we need wood, nails, paint. We need just about everything.
Okay, now what about the height of this thing? What are the measurements?
I believe it was 9 foot by 12.
Okay, now what about the stained glass window?
Okay, we'll have to get some plastic for that and then put something over it for the to make the colors in it. And
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, now where's Markham and them? They're supposed to bring up some more supplies, aren't they? Some
they'll
wood
bring us
stuff.
some more stuff to work with.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's get ready for them. Oh, man, where are they? I'll tell you. I know.
I don't know what to do. What if I forget my lines or something? Oh, let's practice them. Okay, let's start at the beginning of my scene, okay? Okay. It's a real good place to start. Good night, Rolf.
Lisa, you don't have to say goodnight this early just because your father's home.
Oh, I can't remember. I'm going to study him later. I'm just too nervous.
No. By the way, are you really going to kiss Bobby?
Kiss him. Are you crazy?
But I like you, Jason.
Here, girls, let me come here. Here, Aaron. Here, Aaron. Oh, here he is. What happened? Come here, Aaron. Here. Come here, Aaron. Let me measure you.
Here he is.
One more time. Here. Hold still. Here, Karen, let me measure you. Here. Just one more time.
Mom, are you sure this is going to be the last time?
Wait,
Does this go in scene 1 or scene 2?
Scene 1. Let's get this cloth on. What about the crucifix?
No, we don't have time. Put this backstage.
Okay.
We'll go back there.
Did you bring mascara, Mary? Yeah, I believe the girls said it goes all around your eye. Yeah, I'll hold the mirror. You put it on my eye. You be real quick. Oh, Barry. Well, you spray it and I'll hold the mirror. Barry, be careful. Hey, I got.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Hey, listen, maybe you cut me too close. I can't find one that looks like this.
Well, I think we'll let you go over here. Just go on. All right.
Okay, everybody, it's time to clean up. Oh, man. Okay, you guys gotta take the wheel off the side. Okay, you got the first thing from behind. Okay, we're behind time already. Okay, sit up. Get all the nails. Okay, guys, let's go. We're behind time. Okay, you gonna have it set up? Quiet, everybody. Lights ready? Ready. Sound? Oh, well. Okay, guys, great job.
Well, Ed, how'd you do?
Well, hi, Rob. I tell you, we're picked a bad day to try to sell advertising. It was today. Oh,
Been slow all year.
I haven't sold
Been slow
one
year for
ad,
everybody.
one ad all day.
Well,
Well, people are sweet, but just
Yeah, they don't have the money.
don't have this
I
right.
tell you what, we're gonna get this next guy a real
We
soft
have
sell.
one more fella. I
Yeah,
believe
next
we
guy.
could-
Oh, look at
Sir, can I talk to you for just a few minutes concerning
Yeah.
the Sound of Music production?
Yeah, here's a great thing.
What we are putting on is Scott Deep of Christ Fellowship, the Sound of
What's
Music.
that?
You've heard of it. It's a great musical, sir. Everyone's heard of it. It is wonderful. Sir,
Well,
Sound
What
of
is
music,
it?
advertisements.
What's
Everything
that?
can be advertising. You know what advertising.
advertising.
Okay.
It costs you money, it helps us both.
I don't have any money. That's all right.
Oh, well, that's okay. We'll take credit cards.
I don't have any credit cards. That's
check,
fine.
No credit
I'll
cards.
do
That's
you.
right.
We can take
Sir,
it.
we will take
Hey,
anything,
really,
sir.
I'm not
You will like
interested.
this.
No, really.
Sound of
Hey.
Music is great,
I have
sir.
no reason for an ad. I'm
Oh,
not
you have a
interested.
business, sir? You have a
No.
business? You look like
No.
a real business.
Hey, I'm not interested. I don't want an ad. I'm not interested. I don't want an ad. I just want it. I don't want an ad. I don't want an ad. Dixit Dominus Domino Dormeo, sedes convenurum. Dominus ad extris tuis, confregit in die reges. Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Have you seen Maria? Where's Maria? Where's Maria? She's gone.
birds that rise from the lake to the trees
My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way to sea through the night, like a lark who is learning to pray. I go through the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
I think we should be pleased with our efforts. Out of 28 postulants, 16 or 17 are ready for the novitiate. Let's consider the doubtful ones again. There's Irmgard.
Reverend Mother, there's no doubt about Irmgard. The religious life is no place for the pious.
You mean the pretentiously pious, Sister Berta. There's Christina, and there's Maria.
Well, after last night, I don't think there could be any doubt in the Reverend Mother's mind about Maria.
I gave her permission to leave the Abbey for the day.
I told you, Sister Berta.
Ave.
Reverend Mother, I've brought Maria. She's waiting.
Sister Sophia, the mistress of the postulants and the mistress of the novices do not see eye to eye about Maria. How do you feel about her?
I love her very dearly, but she always seems to be in trouble, doesn't she?
Exactly what I say. She climbs a tree and scrapes her knee. Her dress has got a tear.
She waltzes on her way to mass and whistles on the stair.
And underneath her wimple, she has curlers in her hair.
I even heard her singing in the abbey. She's always late for chapel, but her penitence is real. She's always late for everything, except for every meal. I hate to have to say it, but I very firmly feel Maria's not an asset to the abbey.
I'd like to say a word in her behalf.
Then say it, Sister Margaretta.
Maria makes me laugh.
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find the word that means Maria?
A flippity gibbet, a will of the wisp,
A cloud.
Many a thing, you know, you'd like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand.
But how do you make her stay and listen to
unpredictable as weather. She's as flighty as a feather.
She's a darling.
She's a demon.
She's a lamb.
She'll outpester any pest, drive a hornet from its nest.
She could throw a whirling dervish at a whirl.
She is gentle, she is mild.
She's a riddle, she's a child.
She's a headache.
She's an angel. She's a girl. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? A flippity-gibbet, a will-o'-the-wisp, a clown.
Many a thing you know you'd like to tell her.
Many a thing she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay?
I listen to all you say.
How do you keep a wave upon the sand? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold the moonbeam in your hand?
Reverend Mother, may I just
Now,
say-
my daughters, I think I should talk to Maria instead of about her. I am grateful to you all. Ave. Come here, Maria. I want to talk to you.
Yes, Reverend Mother. About last night. I was on my knees most of the night because I was late, and after you've been so kind as to give me your permission to leave,
It wasn't about your being
I must
late.
have awakened half the abbey before Sister Margareta heard me and opened the gate.
Maria, very few of us were sleeping. We could only think that you had lost your way. And to be lost at night on that mountain.
But, Mother, I could never be lost on that mountain. It was that mountain that brought me to you.
Oh?
When I was a little girl, I used to come down the mountain, climb a tree, and look over into your garden. I'd see the sisters at work and hear them singing on their way to Vespers. Many times I climbed that mountain after dark, singing all the way. And that brings up another transgression. I was singing yesterday. I was singing without your permission.
Maria, it's only here in the Abbey that there's a rule about singing.
That's the hardest rule of all for me. Sister Margareta is always reminding me, but after it's too late, after I've already started singing.
And the day you were singing in the garden at the top of your voice?
But, Mother, it's that kind of song.
I came to the window, and when you saw me, you stopped.
Yes, that's been on my mind ever since it happened.
It's been on my mind, too. I wish you hadn't stopped. I used to sing that song when I was a child, but I can't quite remember. Please.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee
bright amber petals and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Mother, we were both singing at the tops of our voices.
You're right. It's that kind of a song.
Mother, where did you learn that song?
I grew up in the mountains myself. Maria, in spite of what you saw when you looked over the Abbey wall, you weren't prepared for the way we live, were you?
No. But I pray and I try.
Tell me, Maria, what is the most important thing you've learned here?
To find what is the will of God, and then to do it.
Even when it is hard?
Even then.
Maria, the dress you wore when you came to us, is that still in the robing room?
Why, no, Mother. Sister Margaretta says when we enter the Abbey, all our worldly clothes are given to the... Mother, why do you ask?
Maria, it seems to be the will of God that you leave us.
Leave? Leave here?
For a while only.
This is what I want. This is my life.
But are you ready for it? Perhaps if you went out into the world again for a while, you would return to us knowing what we expect of you and that we do expect it.
I do know what you expect, and I'll do it, I promise.
Maria.
If it is the will of God, where am I to go?
There's a family of 7 children. You like children and you're very good with them. They need a governess until September.
Until September?
Captain Von Trapp is expecting you this afternoon. He's a fine man and a brave one, too. He was awarded the Maria Theresa Medal for heroism in the Adriatic.
A captain in the Navy? Oh, Mother, he'll be very strict.
You're not being sent to his battleship. God bless you, Maria.
Reverend Mother, have I your permission to sing?
Yes, my child.
These are a few of my favorite things. I have been given permission to sing.
Yes, sir?
I was calling the housekeeper and she didn't answer. Do you know why?
Sometimes she doesn't hear, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I was answering the telephone. Good day, sir. We're happy to have you home again.
Why did the last governess leave?
Who knows? She just said, I've had enough of all this, and walked out.
Why, was Louisa playing tricks again, putting toads in her bed?
Well, she didn't complain of that, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter. There's another one coming today, and this one can't walk out.
Oh?
She's coming from Naumburg Abbey with orders to stay until September.
I hope you'll be at home for a time, sir.
Just until tomorrow. The telephone call, was it for me?
No, sir. It was for Franz. There was a call for you from Vienna before you arrived, Frau Schrader. I have the number in the pantry.
I know the number. Oh, I shall be back in about a month with some guests.
Yes, sir. Do you know how many, sir?
Just two. Herr Detweiler.
Herr Detweiler.
And Frau Schrader.
Who wanted me on the telephone?
It was the post office. They have a telegram for you, and it will be delivered at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock? That gives me 5 hours to be nervous.
Well, with that scatterbrain boy delivering telegrams...
Well, that's one thing people are saying. If the Germans did take over Austria, we'd have efficiency.
You'd better not let the captain hear you say that. Oh, he didn't whistle for us before his wife died.
Oh, he's being the captain of a ship again.
Well, I can't bear being whistled for. It's humiliating.
In the Imperial Navy, the bosuns always whistled for us.
Well, I wasn't in the Imperial Navy.
Too bad. We could have used another battleship. You will wait here.
I am Captain von Trapp. You are Fräulein...
Maria Reiner.
Now, Fräulein, as to your duties here, would you mind stepping over there? Before the children meet you, you will put on another dress.
I haven't any other dress. When we entered the Abbey, all our worldly clothes are given to the poor.
What about this one?
The poor didn't want this one.
This is what you would call a worldly dress?
I would have made myself another dress. But I wasn't given time. I can make my own clothes.
Good. I'll see that you're given some material. Today, if possible. Now, Fräulein, as to your duties here. You will be in charge of my children. There are 7 of them. You will see how far they have progressed in their studies and carry on from there. Each morning will be spent in the classroom. Each afternoon, they march. You will see that at all times, they conduct themselves with decorum and orderliness. The first rule of this house is discipline.
Yes, sir.
This is your new governess, Fräulein Maria. As I sound your signal, you will step forward and repeat your name. You, Fräulein, will listen and learn signals so that you can call them when you want them.
Liesel.
Friedrich.
Louisa.
Kurt.
Brigitte. Martin. Gretel.
Now, we'll see how well you listen.
But I won't have to whistle for them, Reverend Captain. What I mean is, I'll be with them all the time.
Not on all occasions. This is a large house and a large estate. They have been taught to come only when they hear their signals. Now, when I want you, this is what you will hear.
You won't have to bother. I couldn't possibly answer to a whistle.
That's nonsense. Everyone in this house answers to a whistle. I'll show you.
Yes, sir?
This is my orderly, my butler, Fräulein Maria, the new governess.
Sir?
That is the executive officer, Frau Schmidt, the housekeeper, Fräulein Maria. Please be sure that her room is ready.
Yes, sir.
I shall now leave you with the children. You are in command.
Pardon me, sir. I don't know how to address you.
You will call me Captain.
Thank you, Captain. I forgot to return this, Captain. I won't be needing it, Captain. Now that there's just us, I'd like you to tell me your names again and how old you are. Now
I'm Liesel. I'm 16 years old, and I don't need a governess.
I'm glad you told me. We'll just be friends.
I'm Friedrich, I'm 14, and I'm a boy.
A boy? Why, you're almost a man.
I'm Brigitte.
You forgot to tell me how old you are.
Louisa.
I'm Brigitte. She's Louisa. She's 13 years old, and you're smart. I'm 9, and I think your dress is the ugliest one I ever saw.
Brigitte, you mustn't say a thing like that.
Why not? Don't you think it's ugly?
If I did think so, I wouldn't say so. I'm Kurt, I'm 11. Almost.
That's a nice age to be. 11? Almost.
I'm Marta. I'll be 7 on Tuesday, and I'd like a pink parasol.
My favorite color's pink, too. And you're Greta. I'm going to tell you something. I've never been a governess before. How do I start?
You mean you don't know anything about being a governess?
No.
Well, the first thing you have to do is tell Father to mind his own business.
No, Louisa, don't. I like her.
What's in here?
My guitar.
What did you bring this for?
For when we all sing together.
We don't sing.
Of course you sing. Everybody sings. What songs do you know?
We don't know any songs.
You don't know any songs?
No.
Well, now I know where to start. I'm going to teach you how to sing. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. The first 3 notes just happen to be Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Come, I'll make it easier for you. Listen. Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do, oh, oh, oh. Do, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Lord, not to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So, do.
Is that what you call a song? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, and so on?
No, do, re, mi, fa, so, and so on, are only the tools we use to build a song. Once you have these notes in your head, you can sing a million different tunes
How?
by mixing them up. Listen. So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re. Now, you do it. So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re. for every note. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything.
But you said one word for every note. But when you sing anything, you're using up 3 notes for 1 word.
Well, yes, sometimes we do that. Now, let's all try it. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Do, a deer, a female deer, red on the long sun. Me, a name I call myself, far a long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, line not to follow. So, tea, a drink of jam and bread, that will bring us back to dough. Yeah, right. Me, fa, so,
La.
tea, do, do, tea,
La.
so, fa,
Me, right, go. Me,
so, so, right, fa, fa,
La.
tea, tea,
go.
so, so, right, fa, fa,
La.
tea, tea,
Go.
so, so, right, fa, fa,
La.
tea, tea,
Go.
so, so, right, fa, fa,
La.
tea, tea,
When
so, so, right, fa, fa, tea, tea,
go.
so, so, right, fa, fa, tea, tea,
Go.
so, so, right, fa, fa, tea,
Anything.
go, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far a long, long way to run. So, needle pulling thread, a needle pulling thread, a note to follow, so, a note to follow, so, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to dough, that will bring us back to do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Yes.
You don't have to say goodnight this early just because you're father.
How did you know my father was home?
Oh, I have a way of knowing things.
You're wonderful.
No, I'm not. Really?
Yes, you are. I mean, how did you know 2 days ago that you would be here at just this time tonight with a telegram for Franz?
Every year on this date, he receives a birthday telegram from his sister.
You see, you are wonderful.
Can I come again tomorrow night?
You can't be sure you'll have a telegram to deliver here tomorrow night, Rolf.
I could come here by mistake with a telegram for Colonel Schneider. He's here from Berlin. He's staying with the... No one's supposed to know he's here. Don't you tell your father.
Why not?
Well, he's pretty Austrian.
We're all Austrian.
Some people think we ought to be German, and they're getting pretty mad at those who don't think so. They're getting ready to... Let's just hope your father doesn't get into any trouble.
Don't worry about Father. He was decorated for bravery.
I know. I don't worry about him. The only one I worry about is his daughter.
Me? Why?
Lisa, how old are you?
16. What's wrong with that?
You wait, little girl, on an empty stage for fate to turn the light on. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on.
To write on.
You are 16, going on 17, baby. It's time to think. Better beware, be canny and careful, baby, you're on the brink. You are 16, going on 17, fellows will fall in line. Eager young lads and roués and cads will offer you food and wine. Totally unprepared are you to face a world of men. Timid and shy and scared are you of things beyond your ken. You need someone older and wiser telling you what to do. I am 17, going on 18. I'll take care of you.
I'm sweet, and willingly I believe. I am 16, going on 17, innocent as a rose. Bachelor dandies, drinkers of brandies, what do I know of those? Totally unprepared am I to face a world of men. Timid and shy and scared am I, things beyond my ken. I need someone older and wiser, telling me what to do. You are 17, going on 18, I'll depend on you.
Well, the captain is going to Vienna tomorrow, and I have this material he ordered for a new dress for you.
Oh, how nice of him. Even before it's made. It's the most beautiful dress I've ever had. I hope the captain will like it. I want to ask him for some more material.
More?
Oh, not for me. For the children. For some play clothes.
The children never play. The captain doesn't wish them to get dirty.
But they're children. They have to climb trees, roll in the grass. Think of all the rocks and caves.
The captain says the best exercise is marching. So the Von Trapp children will continue to march. I hope you find your room comfortable.
Yes, thank you.
There will be new curtains for the alcove and the window. They will be hung tomorrow.
But these are still very good.
There will be new curtains.
Will the captain be away long?
I don't know. Of course, he has to come home every time he hires a new governess. Sometimes I think the children get rid of their governesses just because they want to see their father.
But he must want to see them too.
Since his wife died, they remind him too much of her. Now, you can put that away. You won't be using it.
Why not?
Well, the captain won't have music here.
He won't have music?
And he used to love music. We had wonderful evenings here. His wife would sing, and he'd play the violin or guitar. Well, he's put all that behind him now.
So that's why he's the way he is. That's not good for him. That's not good for those children either.
Well, it'll all work out. The captain may marry before the summer's over.
That would change everything. Then they'd have a mother again.
It's going to rain. You'd better close your window.
Dear God, I know now that you have sent me here on a mission. I must teach these children to love their new mother and help them to win her love so that she will never want them to leave her. I pray that this will become a happy family in thy son. God bless the captain. God bless Liesel. God bless Friedrich. God bless Louisa. God bless Brigitta. God bless Marta. And God bless Gretel. And God bless, what's his name, the other boy? Oh, I forgot his name. Well, God bless, what's his name? God bless Reverend Mother. God bless Sister Margareta. And bless everyone at Nonburn Abbey. And dear God, about Liesel, help her to know that I am her friend. Help her to tell me what she's up to.
Are you going to tell?
Please help me to be understanding so that I may guide her footsteps. In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
I was out taking a walk when somebody locked the doors earlier than usual. I didn't want to wake everybody up, so when I saw your window open, You aren't going to tell Father, are you?
Liesel, did you climb that trellis to get up here?
That's how we always get up here to play tricks on the governess. Louisa can climb up a toad in her hand.
Liesel, were you out walking all by yourself? You know, if we'd washed that dress out tonight, no one would notice it tomorrow. Then this would be just between you and me. You can put this on. Take your dress in there and put it to soak in the bathtub. Then come back in here and we'll sit on the edge of the bed and have a talk.
I told you today that I didn't need a governess. Well, maybe I do.
Oh, we won't see them. Hey.
You boys weren't frightened too, were you?
No, we just wanted to be sure you weren't.
Frederick, was this your idea?
Oh, no. It was Kurt's.
That's it, Kurt. That's the one I forgot. God bless Kurt.
Why does it do that?
Well, the lightning says something to the thunder, and the thunder answers it back.
I wish you wouldn't answer so loud.
Maybe if we'd all sing loud enough, we wouldn't be able to hear the thunder. High on a hill lived a lonely goatherd, lay-o-lay-o-lay-hee-hoo. Loud was the voice of the lonely goatherd, lay-o-lay-o-loo. Folks in a town that was quite remote heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay-hee-hoo. Lusty and clear from the goatherd's throat heard, lay-o-lay-o-loo. Oh, lady-o-lee, oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lady-o-lee, oh, lady-o-lee, oh, lay. A prince on a bridge of a castle moat heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay-hee-hoo. Men on the road with the load to tote heard, lay-o-lay-o-loo. Men in the midst of a troubled dote heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay-hee-hoo. Men drinking beer with the foam afloat heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay. Oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lay. One little girl in a pale pink coat heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay-hee-hoo. She yodeled back to the lonely goat herd, lay-o-lay-o-loo. Soon her mamma with the gleaming gloat heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay-hee-hoo. Walked her duet for a girl and goat herd, lay-o-lay-o-loo. Oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lady-o-lay, oh, lay. Happy are they, lady-o-lady-lee-o, oh, lady-o-oh-lady-ho. Soon a duet will become a trio, lay-o-lay-o-lo, oh-lay, 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 one little girl in a pale pink coat heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay. She yodeled back to the lonely goat herd, lay-o-lay-o-lay. Soon her mamma with the gleaming gloat heard, lay-o-lay-o-lay-hoo. Walked a duet for girl and goat herd, lay-o-lay-o-lay. Lady, oh, lady, oh, love, oh, lady.
Franz, did you tell Herr Detweiler that we're having coffee out here?
Yes, sir. Herr Detweiler's still on the telephone.
Frau Schrader.
Thank you.
Any sign of the children, Franz?
Not yet, sir.
Georg, those mountains, they're magnificent.
Yes. They're not like any other mountains. They're friendly. Look, see that green stretch of woods over there? When the wind moves through it, it's like a restless sea.
And that sweet little village.
That's not a village. That's a town.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt its feelings.
It's fun being with you, Elsa. You're quite an experience for me.
You're quite an experience for me, too. Somewhere in you, there's a fascinating man. Occasionally, I catch a glimpse of him. And when I do, he's exciting.
Exciting. I've never been called exciting before.
I'm beginning to understand you better now that I see you here. You know, you're a little like those mountains, except that you keep moving. How can you be away from this place as much as you are?
Maybe I've been searching for a reason to come back here to stay.
Georg, I like it here very much.
Max can't still be on the telephone. I know he's desperate about getting singers for the Cotsford Festival, but... You like it here?
Oh, we would have to spend some time in Vienna. I have Heinrich's estate to look after, you know.
Thought that was a corporation now.
It is, and I'm president.
You? President of a corporation?
After all, I managed Heinrich's affairs for years before he died.
Somehow, I just can't see you sitting behind a desk.
Well, of course, I wear a business suit and smoke a big cigar.
Excuse me, Captain. Herr Detweiler would like his coffee now.
While telephoning?
He just finished.
I'm sorry I took so long.
Any luck?
How would you like this for the Cotsburg Festival? The finest choral group in Austria, the greatest mixed quartet in all Europe, and the best soprano in the world.
Max, that's something I would love to hear.
So would I. All I've got up to now is a basso who is even profundo.
Oh, Max, you always come up with a good concert festival.
And why? Because my motto is, never start out looking for the people you wind up getting. That's why I've been telephoning Paris, Rome, Stockholm, London.
On Georg's telephone?
How else could I afford it? Why am I up here?
I hoped it was because you liked me.
Of course I like you. Why shouldn't I like you? You live like a king, and you have an excellent wine cellar.
Max?
I like rich people. I like the way they live. I like the way I live when I'm with them. Speaking as a government official, Georg, is there a cathedral around here?
That's our abbey, Nonberg Abbey.
Do they have a choir?
Yes, a beautiful one.
Good. In the next few days, I have to visit all these towns around here and listen to saraboons, choirs, quartets.
You will be back for dinner, won't you?
Oh, yes. It was in a town about that size, Weizmann, that where I discovered the St. Ignatius Boys Choir in 1930, they won the festival, became famous, and toured all over the world.
Yes. Whatever became of them?
By the time their voices changed, they were rich enough to live in America. Who lives in that dilapidated castle down there? Rumpelstiltskin?
No, that's Baron Elberfeld, the oldest family in the valley.
I would like to meet him. Georg, I would like to meet all of your friends. Why don't you have a dinner for me while I'm here? Nothing very much, just something lavish.
I wouldn't know whom to invite. Today it's difficult telling who's a friend and who's an enemy.
This is no time to be making enemies. Let's make some friends.
I can't imagine what's happened to the children.
You're not worried about them, are you?
They should have been here to welcome you.
Well, it couldn't have been an intentional slight because they haven't met me yet.
Forgive me, I'll try to find them.
Elsa, have you made up Georg's mind yet? Is he going to marry you?
Oh, yes. He hasn't admitted it yet. There seems to be something standing in the way.
You don't know what it is?
No.
I do.
What?
It's very simple. It's money.
Money?
He's rich, you're rich. In all the famous love affairs, the lovers have to struggle. In garret rooms away upstairs, the lovers starve and snuggle. They're famous for misfortune, which they seem to have no fear of, while lovers who are very rich you very seldom hear of.
There's not a sign of them anywhere.
No little shack do you share with me. We do not flee from a mortgagee. Nary a care in the world have we.
How can love survive?
You're fond of bonds and you own a lot. I have a plane and a diesel yacht.
Plenty of nothing you haven't got. How can love survive?
No rides for us on the top of the bus in the face of the freezing breezes.
You reach your goals in your comfy old O's or in one of your Mercedes Benz.
Far, very far off the beam are we, quaint and bizarre as a team are we. 2 millionaires with a dream are we. We're keeping romance alive. 2 millionaires with a dream are we. We'll make our love survive. No little cold water flat have we, warmed by the glow of insolvency.
Up to your necks in security. How can love survive?
How can I show what I feel for you? I cannot go out and steal for you. I cannot die like Camille for you. Can love survive?
You millionaires with financial affairs are too busy for simple pleasure. When you are poor, it is toujours l'amour. For l'amour, all the poor have leisure.
Caught in our
why your capital gains are you. You make your love so hard.
What do you want?
Oh, Captain, I didn't know you had.
Who are you?
I have a telegram for Herr Detweiler.
I am Herr Detweiler.
You've delivered your telegram, now get out.
Georg, he's just a boy.
Well, I am an Austrian, and I will not be hired.
Georg, why don't you look at things the way I do? What is going to be is going to be. Just make sure it doesn't happen to you.
Max, it's a good thing you haven't any character. Because if you did, I'm convinced I'd hate you.
You can't hate me. I'm too lovable.
Herr Detweiler, there's a call for you. Answer him.
I'll take it.
Straight line! Get cleaned up. Get into your uniforms and report back here. At once! Fräulein, where did they get these abominations? Out of a nightmare?
No. Out of some curtains. The ones that used to hang in my bedroom. There was still plenty of wear left in them.
You mean the people of this neighborhood have seen my children wearing old curtains?
Yes! They've become very popular. Everyone smiles at them.
I don't wonder.
They say, there go Captain Von Trapp's children.
My children have always been a credit to my name.
But they weren't. They were only unhappy little marching machines.
I don't care to hear from you about my children.
Well, you've got to hear from someone. You're not home long enough to know anything about them.
I said I don't care
I
to
know
hear...
you don't, but you've got to. Take Liesel. Liesel isn't a child anymore, and if you keep treating her as one, Captain, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. And Friedrich, he's shy and aloof. He needs your confidence. He needs you.
Don't tell me about my son.
Brigitte could tell you about him. She could tell you a lot of things if you get to know her, because she notices things. And she always tells the truth, especially when you don't want to hear it. And Kurt, he's sensitive and easily hurt. And you brush him aside the way you do all of them. I haven't finished yet. Louisa just wants to have a good time. You've just got to let her have a good time. And Marta, I don't know about yet, but someone's got to know about her. And little Gretel just wants to be loved. Oh, Captain, love Gretel. Love all of them. They need you.
Stop. Stop it. You'll pack your bags and return to the Abbey as soon as you can.
I'm sorry if I said something I shouldn't have. At least the way I said it.
After you've gone, there'll be changes around. What's that?
Your children singing.
Who's singing?
Your children.
My children singing?
I want them to sing for Frau Schrader when they met. Georg, you must hear.
advice. Georg, why haven't you told me how charming your children are?
Children, I want you to show Frau Schrader the gardens.
Yes, I want to see everything, and with you too. I don't know any of your names yet, and I'm sure it will be a very long time before I get them straight.
My name's Martha.
No, it isn't. My name's Martha. She's Louisa.
You were right. I don't know my own children.
They're waiting to know you. They want so much to. After I've gone.
No. I want you to stay.
If I can be of any help.
You've been a help already. You brought music back to my home. I had forgotten to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way.
To sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray.
I go to the hills when my heart is lonely.
I know I will hear what I've heard before.
My
heart will be blessed
with the
sound of music.
and I'll sing once more.
Play a crocodile inside. Me and Rain, I call myself. Far and long ways from.
I came back to congratulate you.
Thank you.
The captain was really pleased.
Yes, I think he was pleased. He's asked me to stay on with the children
You're staying on
until September.
September.
Then I go back to the Abbey.
The Abbey?
I'm going to be a nun.
Oh, how nice. When you get back to the Abbey, think of us.
I'll pray for you.
Oh, that's right. Now you must do that to all the guests. Come along, children. The party started.
First Smith, will you tell my beau? We've never had a party at our house before.
Oh, yes. We used to have lots of parties here.
Frederick and I used to sneak out and watch them from the top of the stairs.
I remember the music.
Well, once your father brought a gypsy orchestra all the way from Budapest.
They wore red coats.
Now, children, you go along, and you mind your manners. Come ahead.
I remember all the beautiful ladies and everybody laughing.
Yes, there was one lady, the most beautiful of all. I think she was here all the time. Yes, Louisa.
We dance while the guests are dancing?
Oh, yes. Remember what Fraulein Maria told us?
Yes.
Austria. The conservative. Not too
at you.
I'm not German, I'm an Austrian.
There's going to be an Anschluss, and I warn you and everyone like you that that goes for our...
It's much more pleasant out on the terrace. Baron Elberfeld, it's very nice to have you and the Baroness with us again.
Frau Schrader is charming, Georg.
I hope she isn't ill.
Oh no, it's just a headache. I'm on my way up to get her now. We'll find you on the terrace.
Father, I don't think these people are having a very good time.
I know. Half the people I invited aren't speaking to the other half.
Well, Father, maybe they're having a good time not speaking to each other.
Frau Schrader asked me today if she would join me in a few minutes.
Good. You might see whether she would like this cool drink.
Kurt, I haven't danced the Landler since I was a little girl.
Oh, you remember it. Show me.
No, I haven't danced since I was a little...
Come, you said the left hand behind the back.
First the boy and girl meet. Then they go for a little stroll.
That's not the way it's done. Here, let me show you.
I don't remember anymore.
Well, Kurt, that's the way it's done.
Your face is all red.
I guess I'm not used to dancing.
Well, hello there.
Good evening, Frau Schrader.
I hope you're feeling better, Frau Schrader.
Yes, thank you, Kurt.
Well, hello, Uncle Max. We're having a party.
Good. Tell your father it's sure to be a success. I'm here.
Max?
Elsa, without a doubt, you are the most beautiful corporation president in the entire world.
Thank you, Max.
Max, you're back. And as usual, just in time for dinner.
Georg, did you think you could give a gala without me?
Oh dear, now we have an odd man.
A little odd, but charming.
Liesel, run and tell Frau Schmidt to put on 2 more places at the dinner table. Oh, and Liesel, tell Fräulein Maria that I'd like to see her.
2 places? Who Liesel?
We need another woman. But Liesel's much too young. I'm going to ask Fräulein Maria.
You're not serious?
But of course.
She's a nursemaid.
I don't think of her that way.
I don't mind. But your friends, you can't ask them to dine with Maria.
And why not?
Elsa, tell him why not.
Max, can you change in a hurry?
Yes, Max. We could use you tonight.
They're talking about you out there.
Come on, Georg. I've been dodging these people for an hour.
Roberta, have you seen her father?
Good evening, Fräulein Maria.
There's Detweiler. How nice to see you again.
Yes, you're going
I knew it all along. Frost Trader didn't really have a headache. She just wanted to get out of the party. She was faking it.
Brigitte, you shouldn't say things you don't know are true.
But I do know. I heard her say to Father that she had been dodging these people.
It's important that you children like Frau Schrader.
I like her all right, but why is it important?
Well, I think that she's going to be your new mother.
Oh, Fräulein, Father would never marry her. Why he couldn't?
Why couldn't he?
Because he's in love with you.
Brigitte, you shouldn't say things you don't know are true.
But I do know. Remember the night we were all sitting on the floor singing the Edelweiss song he taught us? You laughed at him for forgetting the words. He didn't really forget the words. He just stopped singing to look at you and the way his voice sang.
No, Brigitte. No.
And when you were dancing just now, you're in love with him.
Just one more dance, Gretel, and then off to bed. Oh, Fräulein Maria, you're not having dinner with the children tonight. You're having dinner down here with us. Oh, yes, it's all been arranged. You'll have to change. You'll have to hurry. Oh, and Maria, wear that dress you wore the other night. It was lovely. Soft and blue.
Shall I announce dinner, Captain?
Oh, no, not yet. The children will want to say good night.
No, Elsa, not here.
I wanted them to say good night, the way they did it last night. It was so sweet.
Not in front of strangers.
Please, Georg, for me.
Presto! Change up.
You're just in time. Children, now.
There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery an absurd little bird is hopping out to say cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. I hate to go and miss this pretty sight. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, adieu, adieu to you and you and you. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen.
my first champagne? Yes?
No.
So long, farewell, I'll be here saying goodnight.
I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm glad to go. I cannot tell a lie.
I've lived, I've flown, I fleet, 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 I fly.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell, I'll be here to say goodbye.
Captain, dinner is served.
Elsa, they're extraordinary.
Fräulein Maria taught them to do it.
I've been looking all over Austria for something like this for the Karlsberg Festival, and I find it here.
Wait a minute, Max.
A singing group of 7 children in one family.
Max, Georg didn't even want them to sing for the guests tonight. I had to persuade him.
Then you have influence. You must talk to him.
Max.
Elsa, this is for Austria, and it won't do me any harm.
You're right. I don't know my own children.
They want so much to know you. They're waiting to know you. They want so much to. After I'm gone,
I want you to stay.
if I can be of any help.
You've been a help already. I had forgotten to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way. To sing